Sana! It's been so long since I've seen you. Are you working on your parodies or not yet? Yep. Are you smirking because they're awesome? Joey Luce, welcome. Have you been working on your parodies?
Not really.
Okay.
I didn't actually realize that we had something due until a couple minutes ago.
Okay.
I
Sorry about
haven't
that.
been working on
Sorry
that
to
yet.
you about that. Hey, you can parody War and Peace. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it only take me about 40 years.
No, just the title even, and just how big it is.
Oh, like
Parody it, like just give it a new title, like based on war, and I'll be resting in peace by the time I'm done this book, like that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could work.
Okay, so it concerns me just a wee bit that you didn't know anything was due because it's been on EDSB. So if you haven't been kind of tracking in the journal on EDSB for English.
Yeah, I didn't get the notification for it. So I was checking up on it and I was like, wait, there's something there.
Okay, it's always in the journal for the day. So you can always click on, I don't think I've missed one yet, and not bragging, but kind of my job. So there's always something there for you to be doing. If it's an independent day or if there's a seminar, it'll be us together. So hi guys, welcome. We are going to launch right in because there is so much fun for today in satire and parody that I want to make sure we get that all covered. So I'm going to just launch right in with my share screen and hope that I can actually share my screen. Okay, so I'm just going to copy and paste this since it's not highlighting up here. Can you guys see this EDSB page for screen share? Yes or no? Can you see the EDSB page there? Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. So if you, oh, look at that. I can skip it now. If you remember from the Deep Thoughts portfolio of hilarity that you got in your package, and I attached a copy last Wednesday, one of the things that you can parody, satirize, make fun of for the purpose of drawing our attention to this problem or this idea or this concept, one of those things is the ever-changing beauty ideals. So sorry guys, you are welcome to parody this, but I'm gonna do the beauty ideals of women. There are beauty ideals of men, believe it or not, but they're not as strict and they don't change with the frequency that women's ideals change. So it's just way easier to do women. So you are still welcome to parody and you would have a great view on that. But I'm highlighting here the beauty ideals for women. Just if you don't see yourself represented here, it's not me being biased. It's just way easier. Okay, so here we go. Oh. Oh, it's just mute. Okay, so we're gonna watch this 4-minute little video just on makeup and how makeup for women has changed through the ages in terms of what is highlighted, what is erased, what is whitened, what is darkened. And again, just watch it for the crazy changes, dizzying. And then that might give you some ideas of funny things you can say or do for current beauty standards. So here we go. eyebrows. Okay. So let's chat for a couple of minutes about eyebrows. Spotlight on eyebrows. What changes did you notice? It's okay if you didn't get the dynasty or era, that's okay. But if you did, kudos to you. Whatever a kudo is worth, I'm giving it to you. Sam, start us off, big guy. Eyebrows, how did they change through time?
So in ancient Greece, they had a unibrow to show off natural beauty.
Yes. And tell me what they did if like you couldn't get the hair to grow here. What did they do? Remember?
Pencil it in.
That might have been an option, yeah, with some crude form of pencil, but they there was another option. Anyone catch it? Kudo is on the line.
Animal fur.
Yes, Han, good job. Kudo to you. Yeah, so they actually like had animal fur here stuck just to make that unibrow. Can you imagine? Because right now, yeah, anyway, I could launch. I'm not going to launch. What other changes in eyebrows did you see? Sen, what did you see?
There was the one where they painted the eyebrows or even shaved them to make your forehead look bigger.
I know. Good one. So they're in the Elizabethan era. They would like shave this so that you would have, and then either shave so that you would have a wide and wonderful forehead because that was sexy hot in Elizabethan times. Okay, so no eyebrows. Woo! Lovely. Okay. What about right now? What is awesome for eyebrows for women? Have we gone back to something? Are we blazing a new trail? What's happening? Andy, I know you're all over this. Tell me about it.
I was actually just about to say, I hope Kasena is the only one that can answer
Oh,
this question.
no way. Andy Booth, I don't buy it.
I'm just putting it out there.
Okay, I don't buy it. Women's eyebrows, what's happening right now? Maintenant, what's happening? What is all the rage? You've seen lots of movies with girls in them. Do they have their eyebrows whited out? Okay, let's start process of elimination. Have you seen anyone eyebrows shaved who's not like a villain or something? No.
No, probably not.
Okay. Han,
The
can you bail a
Witch
brother
in
out?
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Sorry.
Yes, Sam.
The Witch in Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Okay.
I rest my case. The most
And that's
fashionable
who-
women of all
yeah,
time.
that's who all women are patterning themselves after. Good. one.
And that girl that had cancer in that one movie that I can't remember.
There you go. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah, you're good. Han, I know you pay attention to these things. What's going on in women's eyebrows? What are the trends? What kind of
Yeah, Han.
businesses have popped up? Sorry, Han, can you try it again? Your mic is off.
They like make their eyebrows darker sometimes. I guess.
Yes. Yeah. So you can go to get your eyebrows tattooed darker and bigger than they are right now. And that's like innovative because you don't just have to use an eyebrow pencil every morning. You can have someone do it. It's kind of like henna dye, if you're familiar with Indian cultures, and it stays on for a long time. It's not like a tat that is going to be on there forever, but it will fade over time. But that is all the rage. So there are estheticians popping up all over. Brow Boss, have you heard of these things where like it is like get your eyebrows filled in? I kid you not, 15, 20 years ago, we tweezed the life out of our eyebrows. I can still remember my sister had like the thinnest and by those standards, beautiful eyebrows. I just couldn't inflict that kind of torture on myself on a weekly basis to get them and keep them that thin, because you don't shave anything on your face if you're a woman, because you know it grows back more and coarser. So guys can shave, women should not, because it's going to have the reverse effect. And so you got to pluck it out, and that is painful. Okay, so that is, if we just looked at eyebrows, can you see, and even in my lifetime, women my age who plucked the heck out of their eyebrows have no eyebrows left because all the rage was this skinny little eyebrow, or even to pluck them right down and then just pencil a very thin eyebrow in. And that was also popular, I think, in the 30s. I've seen some Hollywood actresses with just literally a pencil line of an eyebrow. So there's some major trauma for girls my age who plucked their eyebrows because that's what beauty standards told them to do. And now they don't have eyebrows, so they for sure need to get them tattooed on. Changing values and standards of beauty are something that can make your eye twitch if you pay attention to them. So that was just one example that I wanted to give you guys. If you are interested in satirizing, if fashion or expectations, body shape and size for guys or girls. If that's something that interests you, I want to give you some examples and set you free to do that. All right, I am going to screen share again and head to our EDSB page for what is on tap next. Oh, here's where they, okay, I thought I had lost that. So again, just talking about eyebrows, I will be really quick, even though really I could go on forever. Let me see. I know I'm not sharing right now. Just give me a sec. Let me, yes, my password has been compromised. Okay, so here we go. I'm just, can you see this? Eyebrows, can you see this? African-American woman, big eyebrows? Just give me one of these.
Unfortunately.
You can't? Or you can? Are you being cheeky, Sam?
Me? No.
Can you see this?
He's being eyebrowy, Mrs. Ong.
What's that?
He's not being cheeky, he's being eyebrowy.
Sorry, Joey, one more time. Can you guys see this screen?
Just give me the Samafit of the doubt.
Yeah, he's being eyebrowy, not cheeky.
Oh, thanks, Joey. Okay. Okay, so eyebrows, here we go. So here's what I was talking about, 20s. Sorry, I was off by a decade. Although if you're out of style, you're probably still doing it in the 30s. Okay, so see these? This is plucked and penciled. Plucked, see this little arch here? That is penciled. So this girl was beautiful. This was a standard actress. And here we go. Oh, it was the 30s. Okay, so even thinner. Things are getting even thinner in the world of eyebrows, but we see them thickening up in eyelashes. So they're getting some better lashes to either glue on or mascara to fill those out. Here we have the 40s, much more natural brow. So just a little bit of shaping where you get some stray hairs on your eye bone there and a bit above. So we see a fuller brow. There we have Marilyn Monroe, icon of 40s and 50s. And we see, again, a fuller brow, but it's shaped. And look, like it would be so bad to have hairs in the middle here. No unibrow. So we haven't seen unibrow back for a while. Audrey Hepburn, full brows again. We see it encroaching a little. See these little guys encroaching, but not joining. 70s have this real arch again, defined with a little bit of pencil, a little bit of help. And Brooke Shields in the 80s. She is selling furniture for Lazy Boy. Still looking good, Brooke. And she's got very full brows. So 80s, very full brows. And again, they're encroaching. There's not the plucking happening for these little guys here. Then we get a thinner brow in the 90s. So this is a thin brow, but it's also penciled in. Okay, so it's been plucked, and these are the women now who are needing brow tattoo because they plucked the life out of them. Okay, and here we have now. Okay, so full brow, and that is definitely enhanced with some color, either through tattoo or penciling it in every day. Same, okay, nice full brows. None of this on the brow bone is being plucked. This is all you wanted to know and more about eyebrows. So that was just a quick little foray, just eyebrows. We didn't do lip color, we didn't do eye size, we didn't do body shape. Ooh, that's like a can of worms we just could not open this year, maybe next year. Okay, so I want to give you an example of a rant. Okay, I'm just going to do that for you now. One that I created myself with some pictures that go along with it. So just give me 1 second. Can you see like a 1950s woman and some women here?
Yep.
Great, thank you. All right. Oh, no, wait. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Before I do that, I want to show you what I modeled it after, which is the I am Canadian. I don't support beer. I am Canadian beer, but this is a hilarious rant that's been around for a while, and this is what I modeled it after. So this is my parody, not of the rant, but this is the format I use to parody things. Okay, so here we go.
Hey, I'm not a lumberjack or a fur trader, and I don't live in an igloo or eat blubber or own a dog sled, and I don't know Jimmy, Sally, or Susie from Canada, although I'm certain they're really, really nice. I have a prime minister, not a president. I speak English and French, not American, and I pronounce it about, not a boot. I can proudly sew my country's flag on my backpack. I believe in peacekeeping, not policing. Diversity, not assimilation, and that the beaver is a truly proud and noble animal. The tooth is a hat, the Chesterfield is a coat, and it is pronounced said, not Z. Canada is the second largest landmass, the first nation in hockey, and the best part of North America. My name is Joe, and I am Canadian.
Okay, so that was the rant that I kind of based my rant after.
Not gonna lie, the ending was my favorite part. That beer ad, man, that was the best part of that entire thing.
Thanks, Joey. Figured. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna stand up because I think I can talk better when I, oh no, but then you can see me. Never mind. I thought you couldn't see me. Oh, here we go. Hey, I'm not a housewife or a man hater. I don't have tiny feet, a tiny waist, or tiny ideas. And I don't wear a corset, hoop skirt, or girdle, or one of the other forms of female torment devised for me. I can vote, thanks to Nellie and the girls. I can work for equal pay. Rosie, thanks for paving the way. And I pronounce my title Mrs., not Ms. I can proudly shave my leg hair or grow it out. I believe in healthy living, not dieting, moving, not losing, and that the scale should not dictate my worth. Weight is just a number. Large is just a size. And my jeans don't make my butt look big. My carton of Moose Tracks and bag of Miss Vicky's do. Being a woman is a privilege and a duty. Clothing is an expression, not a game of who can wear the least. This is a bra, not a top. My name is Becky, and I am a woman. Okay, hopefully that made you
Yes, girl.
Joey's clapping. Thanks, Joey. Okay, so that was just some fun for me to make, and also to show you exactly what I mean in your list of options when I say a rant. So it's really best if you have seen someone go on a rant, then you kind of tag that, copy that, paste it, unless it's a super famous one. But even so, I would really recommend, just like the song parodies, that you include the thing that you are imitating, but changing or making a parody of. Okay, so I kind of tackled women's beauty ideals, or what it means to be a woman, in that rant. And sorry, just want to go back to not that page. Thankfully you can't see because I haven't screen shared. Sorry, just give me uno momento. All right, I'm gonna screen share again. All right, the last thing that I'm going to talk about before we talk a little more about your assignment and maybe brainstorm some things with you is something else that you can parody. So I'm just going to click on this and hope it shares the screen. Okay, so one of my pet peeves as I'm looking for recipes, I'm usually go to Pinterest because it just has a wealth of things, or I'm looking for a how to do something. One of my pet peeves is when a recipe does not have this jump to recipe sign. And when I have to watch painstakingly every single stage of a very, very easy recipe, plus all of these ads that are popping up now, not just in the recipe, but on the right-hand side of my screen, popping up like crazy. Okay, so I have multiple pictures of this from, and now it feels like it's out of order. Like, what even is that? I thought we were at the end, but no, now it's gonna walk me through how to add a can of cream of mushroom soup. So if you were wondering what this blob is, that is cream of mushroom soup, or cream of chicken soup, excuse me. And now it's gonna show me a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of flour, and you mix them. Oh, there we go. Now we mix them. And oh, now you add your little bit of chicken. Oh, still stir that chicken. I can see some pieces that aren't coated with mix. Oh, frozen vegetables. Okay, so you get the point. I find this super annoying, but I didn't have to lose my mind because they had the jump to recipe symbol. So I could fast forward all of the, I don't even know what to call it, just all of the shenanigans of moronity. There you go. Where every single stage of this thing, and it's a chicken pot pie that you use Bisquick for. So it's a can of chicken, cream of chicken soup, some frozen veggies, a little bit of salt and pepper and flour, and then you dump the Bisquick, and that's what it is. So it's not rocket science. Okay, so that is something that you could parody because it drives you crazy. What I want you to do is to start observing things around you. That's why I've been putting pictures of things that I see at the grocery store, like those lockdown savings, just like lockdown. Like, surely there's a better way to describe savings when we've all been in lockdown for, it feels like, our whole lives, but maybe just 3 months. Okay, so just the wording, I want you to be observant, and that's why I keep giving you some of these small options, because I want you to observe them. Okay, this is my last share on jump to recipe. Okay, so isn't she adorable? I just want to be her. Look, it's so, oh, today is going to be great. Look at that. Okay, so she is going to tell us how to do score toffee bars. Oh, wow. Okay. Do you notice there is no jump to recipe? So we've got 3 score bars stacked on top of each other on what looks like maybe Grandma's Good China. This is the recipe that my family insists I make each year. So here she's going to launch into how special this recipe is to her family and herself. Oh my goodness, look at this recipe card. Look at how much she's used this, because this is such a favorite for her and her family. Oh, look at this recipe card. Do you have a recipe card that looks like this? Would you please share it at the end of this recipe? Because I want to see it. I don't. Okay, look,
Literally,
girl.
when you just don't pay attention to the rest of this and just screenshot that recipe and just follow that.
Oh,
I don't
totally.
I don't
That's a step I don't want to have to do. I want them to screenshot it for me so I can just jump to it. Okay, I gotta plug my laptop in. Look, but they're holding hands. I'll show you the next one. Look, all of the score bars are holding hands. Isn't that the cutest? Oh my goodness. And it's on a different plate. Okay, we have a different, look at it against the white. See,
What?
pops against the white. Oh, back on grandma's and a bit bigger. Did someone take a bite out of this one down here? Oh my goodness. And now we get the recipe. But by this time, I'm annoyed and I've read your life story about this recipe and I don't even want to cook it now. So I'm being a little bit sarcastic here to make my point. Those are just some examples. And so I have just laid out here again. Here's another example. If you too are looking on YouTube and you just want to know how to make something simple or how to unclog a drain, and they show you 12 pictures of things you don't care about before you can even get to how do I unclog a drain? Whatever it is you might be looking for or trying to get at, if this kind of thing bothers you, here's a way to satirize it, to parody it by making your own little website sort of thing where maybe you have a recipe card that's well loved and well worn, but it's not food that's splattered on it. Maybe it's blood and it looks a little bit creepy. Not real blood. Don't harm yourself. No students are allowed to harm themselves in the making of this parody.
Okay, thanks for
Maybe-
clarifying.
Okay, good. Maybe you have one of those beautiful recipe cards that grandma maybe had with the cheesy flowers in the corner, and the recipe is how to make a pipe bomb. Okay, so again, you're putting things together that wouldn't normally be together by using grandma's pretty floral recipe card to do something that you wouldn't think of grandma doing. So my point in suggesting some
I would.
things is to give you ideas and hopefully get your wheels turning about these things. Okay, so those are some examples. I wanted to ask you, oftentimes when we, especially when we get to things like we're talking about beauty and the changing ideals for beauty, we use the term they and society and the media. And I just want to ask you, what does that mean? Society, the media, they, who are these people and institutions?
I don't know who these people and institutions are.
You don't know who they are?
Well, you just asked who are these people, and I said I don't know.
Okay.
Society.
Oh, everyone's a community comedian. Listen to me.
We are a community of STCCS.
A community of comedians.
Because
Yes.
that's the school we go to, St. Thomas Community Christian School.
Great. You're-
Actually, it would be STCCS SCS because
I can mute you guys. Ah. Okay, I'm having too much fun, and so are you. So back to
no.
the question: who makes the beauty standards? For example, who says
Society.
big eyebrows are in? Okay, it's been hilarious, but who we're talking about? Who is society then? Break it down.
The rest of the world and culture, like what gets posted on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, like how popular people appear, that is how middle class or lower class people want to appear and become popular like that.
Okay, so let's take your example of TikTok. How does something get seen over and over and shared on TikTok? Who shares
Okay,
it? Who does that?
so
no,
an example might be like,
no, I'm asking
so-
a question.
common people like ourselves, like teens or young adults or even kids,
Yeah,
or grown women and men
exactly.
and old women and old men.
Basically everyone. So I just want to pause us there because I want you to think about, we talk about these beauty ideals or these changing expectations. But I want to put the ownership back in some ways on us, because we are the ones who share things. So if you don't think that a certain style, fashion, or beauty expectation is something you want to condone, then don't share it. Don't watch the movie. Don't, whatever it is that I think you and me, we're society. And if we collectively say, no way, it's just, we don't. We just hand whatever Hollywood hands out. We're like, oh, I want to be like you. So I'll pluck the life out of my eyebrows and have none for later. Whatever it is, we buy in every time. So I want to put some of that ownership back on. We talk about consumerism and we talk about brands splashed across us. And there's movements by places like, and companies like Adbusters, who absolutely refuse to wear anything that has a logo on it. So we love when our shirt says Nike or Adidas, because we then feel like we are associated with popular brands and we feel a status in wearing those. It's just a reality. But people who are associated with Adbusters and are looking at trends just say, I'm not going to be a free billboard for you. No way. I'm not going to advertise for you. I'm not going to think that I'm awesome because I wear an expensive brand. So it's a really crazy shift for us who have bought into being free advertised. We're walking bulletin boards and billboards and commercials for these brands. But it's important for us to realize,
I'm a Sam board.
and if that's what we're doing, do we line up with what those brands do? So we looked at last week Nike and how they can get cheap, relatively cheap. I mean, it's still pretty expensive to us, but paying child labor basically. So when we advertise for brands, we're aligning ourselves, or bands, anyone, right? Ryan's M&M t-shirt, all of it, right? We've got Eden has a U2 shirt, right? Like, I just think of those in terms of bands because I'm familiar with those bands, but we all advertise in different ways. And so part of looking at advertising is, who do you want to advertise for? What trends do you want to be part of? And if you don't want to be part of those trends, use your voice to not share those things, to not view it over and over, or to not be part of that. So that was what I wanted to chat with you about for our seminar today. I do need you to log in, and it'll just be like 10 minutes because I want to go over the expectation, which is your last assignment for this class other than your exam. Okay, so log back in. I promise you it will be 10 minutes or less, promise.